Welcome to Airborne Flight Training. Coming up on this week's episode, pilots for Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines begin negotiations. FAA finally ramps up ATC hiring. PanAm Flight Academy acquired by Acorn Capital. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to Airborne Flight Training, a weekly program dedicated to future aviators and aviation professionals. Airborne Flight Training is brought to you in part by King Schools. King Schools has been leading the effort in producing expert aviation training programs and computer-based learning software for over 50 years. Find out why pilots love King teaching at kingschools.com. Now let's get into today's stories. Pilots for Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines begin negotiations. ALPA has confirmed that pilots for Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines have opened negotiations with Alaska for a joint collective bargaining agreement. If successful, both pilot groups will be brought together under a single contract, which would streamline future operations and negotiations since the merger of the two airlines last year. ALPA currently represents both pilot groups under the Alaska Airlines Master Executive Council and the Hawaiian Airlines Master Executive Council. The Alaska Air Group finalized the merger transaction between the two airlines in September 2024, bringing together two respected commercial carriers with robust operational histories. Throughout the integration process, both pilot groups have maintained a collaborative relationship to ensure a smooth transition. Upon completion of the JCBA, a tentative agreement will be submitted for approval by both groups. This will be followed by a ratification vote. When ratification is approved, the merger committees of the two MECs will begin integrating the two seniority lists to create an integrated seniority list so the two groups can unify into one Master Executive Council. Together, the integrated MEC will represent a total of more than 4,400 pilots. After the break, Aviation MX Apprenticeship approved in Louisiana.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Aviation MX Apprenticeship approved in Louisiana. The Louisiana Workforce Commission State Apprenticeship Council approved the state's first ever aviation maintenance apprenticeship program. The program connects Sowella Technical Community College aviation maintenance students with a paid apprenticeship at Citadel Completions in Lake Charles, Louisiana. The state's approval and the connection with Citadel are in response to a high demand for aviation maintenance technicians. The two-year apprenticeship not only provides students with on-the-job training, but also an opportunity to land a full-time position after graduating. The entry-level jobs are tailored to the skills students learned in their apprenticeship. Sama Aviation buys first Diamond DA-40. Sama Aviation, a branch of the popular Jazeera Aviation Club in the UAE Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah, announced it has taken delivery of its first Diamond DA-40 aircraft that it plans to use for initial pilot training in its pilot training program. The Jazeera Aviation Club already offers GCAA-approved training for the light sport aircraft in the UAE. Dania Alakar, marketing manager at Jazeera Aviation Club, said, quote, "Sama Aviation is thrilled to add the DA-40 to our fleet. This aircraft represents a significant step in our commitment to providing top-tier training and a modern flying experience for our students." End quote. ALPA issues statement reaffirming aviation safety. Concern over recent events has drawn renewed attention back on the safety of aviation. To address these concerns, Captain Jason Ambrosi, president of ALPA, stated, quote, "As aviation safety continues to be heavily scrutinized in the wake of recent events, it's important to note that as commercial airline pilots, we are the final line of defense in ensuring the safety of our flights. Time and time again, the presence of at least 2 highly trained and well-rested pilots on every commercial airline flight deck is a major reason why air travel remains the safest form of transportation." End quote. Pending court decision on leaded AvGas raises alarm. A state court in California is poised to potentially eliminate the sale of leaded AvGas based on a motion brought by the California Center for Environmental Health to arbitrarily force several FBOs and GA fuel distributors in the state to transition to offering only a new unleaded AvGas. Gamma and other aviation groups are working to bring a safe and efficient transition to unleaded fuels for piston engine aircraft. The association raises the alarm that the CEH motion is premature and counterproductive, potentially causing unnecessary harm to the GA community. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. FAA finally ramps up air traffic controller hiring. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy has announced a plan to supercharge hiring at the FAA Academy. The initiative aims to speed up the hiring process, increase salaries, and attract more applicants. The program was unveiled during a visit to the Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center in Oklahoma City. Its goal is to ensure enough trained controllers are keeping American airspace safe. Duffy emphasized that air traffic control is one of the most rewarding careers available, and he's determined to bring in the best and brightest. To make that happen, the FAA is cutting its notoriously slow hiring process from 8 steps to 5, shaving at least 4 months off the timeline. Starting salaries for new trainees will jump up by 30%, and those who score well qualified on the Air Traffic Skills Assessment test will be given priority for Academy admission. Those who make it through the rigorous training can expect to earn an average of $160,000 within 3 years. The NTSB reported 117 aviation accidents in the first 2 months of 2025, with 16 of them being fatal. The hiring push is one part of a larger plan. Duffy says he, along with the FAA and the DoD, will request $1 billion to update outdated air traffic control systems. After these messages, PanAm Flight Academy acquired by Acorn Capital.
Direct Fly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, 2-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
Welcome back. PanAm Flight Academy acquired by Acorn Capital. Acorn Capital Management announced the acquisition of PanAm Flight Academy, LLC. PanAm Flight Academy is based in Miami, Florida, and is an independent provider of flight simulator-based training and ancillary services focused on commercial aircraft platforms. The Academy owns a fleet of 25 full flight sims, plus additional flight training devices. This acquisition is the 4th platform company in Acorn's 5th investment fund, and industry veteran Ed Weigel will become the company's CEO, with current president and COO Jeff Portanova continuing in his role. Rick Nagel, Acorn's managing partner, said, quote, "We are honored to be trusted with the next chapter of growth for one of the most iconic names in the aviation market. The PanAm name is recognized globally, not only from the company's prior affiliation with the airline, but also by airlines worldwide as a premier partner for pilot and crew training," end quote. Ed Weigel, CEO of PanAm, said, quote, "PanAm has been training commercial airline pilots for many decades and has earned its reputation as the world's most experienced aviation training company. PanAm's current operation provides a solid foundation for further growth with its new access to capital through its partnership with Acorn. Its newest facility in Hialeah, Florida, presents a desirable opportunity to significantly increase its simulator fleet and training capacity." And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.